Okay, so in this video, I wanted to show you how you can purchase a domain and how to set up the DNS setting. So one of my favorite places to buy the domain is GoDaddy.com. Um, you can use many different services to buy domains, but let me just show you how you can do it using GoDaddy.com. So let's say you have an idea or you have a domain name that you're wanting. The way to see whether it would be available is by going to GoDaddy and just typing in a name. So let's say you wanted to get like village99.com. You do a search, and interesting, someone already bought Village99. Maybe our next competitor. Anyway, so this is already taken. Now let's say, for example, you wanted to go back and see if village98.com is taken, and I hope that is not taken. It is available, so all you have to do is you just go ahead and add it, and you continue to the registration process. You can just do 1 year, for example. Just go through all the information, go and click next. It's gonna try to add you, try to upsell you on all these features. You don't need any of it, so don't buy any of it. Just click on next, 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 and you can also look for some coupons. And you may save a few bucks. Each domain costs about $10, $10 to $15. Okay, so now that you bought the domain, let me show you how you can set up your DNS setting so that when someone types in the domain name in the URL, it's directed to the right server. So once you log in after you create an account, the user interface could be a little bit confusing for GoDaddy. They may intentionally make it kind of confusing so that you end up buying more stuff than you want. Anyway, click on domains, domain management, and this should list all the different domains that you own. So I have boomya.com, Choi Marketing, and some other name. So let's say, for example, that you want to configure boomya.com. So go ahead and click on boomya.com, and let me just make it a little bit smaller. And there are a lot of settings. Don't let this overwhelm you. The most important thing is this DNS manager. So click on launch. So you can set up the domain so that the default, this at means the default, points to this IP address. And this IP address is a server at, I believe, Amazon or Rackspace. So when you get a hosting account, it will give you an IP address for the server that you bought. So when someone goes to boomya.com, I'm telling GoDaddy to send people to that IP address, which is basically the server at Rackspace or Amazon AWS. Now, if someone goes to ftp.boomya.com, I want them to point to this at, which points back to this one. Let's say I wanted people, when they go to, for example, ftp.boomya.com, let's say I wanted to send them to a different server. What would I do? I would basically put in the IP address of the server that I want people to be redirected when they go to ftp.boomya.com. Okay, so you can have many subdomains, and then you can just point it to the appropriate servers for each of the domain. You can also set up MX record. This is mainly for Google or setting up your mail system. And these others you don't have to worry very much. But DNS setting, this is where you configure what part of where GoDaddy should redirect people, which server it should redirect people when they type in something in the browser that has your domain name on it. So now I'm going to go back to the domain manager. There is another one that's pretty important, and the name server. So let's say you don't want GoDaddy to manage all of these settings. You actually want, let's say you bought a hosting account at hostmonster.com, and you want HostMonster to manage all of the DNS setting. What you would do is you go to set name server, and you set this to whatever HostMonster tells you, which is normally ns1.hostmonster.com and the ns2.hostmonster.com. And when you do this, then HostMonster would take care of all of the DNS setting for you.